You're listening to GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
GUFON Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
GUFON Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
Alright. Welcome to GUFON Radio Stream. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is episode 152. And how are you? It is Friday. Yeah, we don't do many Friday show, but I figured, what the helmet? We're here. I don't work tomorrow. Let's talk for maybe, I don't know, an hour. Just a bunch of stuff I didn't get to during the week or forgot to. So that's what we do now on Fridays. Yeah, I think that's fair. If it goes good, we go longer. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how's everybody doing in the old chat room? Look, we've already got unbelievable 2,000 people in the chat room already. Let's start out with just a few. God of Thunder and Lightning. Yo! Renee Cruisin'. Coraland in the TV set. Mr. Razvan. How do you say your last name? Vladislav? What did I call him? The Great? Powerful? Strong? PBR Street Gangbang. B. Baker's Dozen. Tranquility Base 69 plus 1. Is that Tranquility Base 69 Ive? LVE? John Farrar. John Ferrari. Done. You're now John Ferrari. Welcome to the club. Fritzy 3739. What? Mario Heatwave. Mario's here. More. Yeah, make more meatballs. About half a dozen, right? Half a dozen? About a half a dozen. Enough for a foot long. You're not making the small ones, right? The big ones? My ma's got big balls. Richie! Hey! Everybody's going to be here tonight. Glad you guys are hanging out. Jamie Matthews, what do you say? FAP, Fappuccino. Tonight we're going to open up. This is the rebuilding of this studio behind me. All this is going to look different. And here's what we're going to talk about tonight. Because GUFON may not be around on YouTube after December 10th or 10th. YouTube may shut me down. Not me just because I'm me, because we'll go over it in a minute, but they have changed and are changing everything. Well, if you're not bringing a profit to YouTube, you absolutely have the ability to be removed from YouTube. They won't tell you about it. They're just going to shut you down. You'll go to log in and you won't have that account anymore. Isn't that bullshit? Total bullshit. I mean, there's no way that should happen. No way. What? I know they're a private company, but free speech, come on, man. Now, why isn't anybody else with the brain and the dough make a new YouTube, man? Everybody's tried. Nobody can keep up with the tubes. Well, I tell you what, if this happens, and I think it will, well, I'll probably have to go back to Spreaker until we find out a way. I don't know. I may do YouTube. I may do Facebook Live. What else are we talking about? We're going to do the Magic 8 Ball later. Libs. That always is fun. So it looks like we're going to be here for at least 90 minutes the way this is going to shape up. I'm going to go over why I think ufology is like the World Wrestling Entertainment, but fake. I know, right? I always got to be the wise ass. That's just who I am. Can we get the double cam up? Double it. Yeah, thank you. I got a new video guy, so everything's going to be fine, right? We worked hard. We practiced a lot. A lot of special effects, a lot of good things. So I think I want to start the show by opening this up. It's going to be the rebuilding. This is just one of many things that I purchased that will be a part of the background. The background's always going to be changing. I'm not saying it's going to change every show, but there's some things I'm going to do that you will be interactive with that wall back there. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I can't wait, actually. All right, put me back on the full. You're like reading my mind. All right, so we're going to unravel. This is a poster, and I don't know which one. On purpose, I did not look at the name. I knew I'm expecting four of these, and also a tapestry. All right, I'll just tell you. The tapestry is going to hang somewhere in here, and it's Metallica, and I gotta rock out the place, man. And then I have a place over here where it's open, and I'm going to close it off so we don't have any echo. You know, I'm even buying a new mic. I mean, really. All right. So, and the T-shirts are coming. T-shirts are going to be a couple weeks away. That's it. I'll get them out to you by like probably the end of November. If tomorrow I'm going to look to get them done. I'm very excited. I know I didn't tell anybody because every time I mention it, I don't do it and I look like an id, you know. All right, so we're going to open up one of these posters. I'm kind of excited. I know the ones I purchased, but I don't know which one this is. Your mother's got 9,000 legs. What are we using? Hey, hey! The old pen. You know, those Bic pens are great. Oh, no, I went through it. I hope I didn't damage the poster. See, that's who I am. I'm Rich Giordano, bad luck guy. I buy a new car, park it away from everybody, not at a diagonal, park it perfectly. A dust devil comes around, pushes 3 carts into the back of my car. I mean, come on, man. Nobody can plan that stuff. I'm telling you, that's why I think we live in a matrix. Because they may be playing tricks on us. All right. Okay, I didn't stab it. And don't forget tonight, we've got to support the man, the Donald, with a little bit of, that's just coffee. All right, here we go. It's 2. 2 came. Oh, I'm excited about $4 posters. All right. I think I know what the first one is. This is good. This is for everybody who understands. Is this it? I'm not gonna look. I don't know why this is exciting for me, but it is. And you'll be a part of it. I don't have the expensive equipment. I don't have the gadgets. I got a decent mic, but I could do better. I'm getting faster internet in a week. And I let me take that back. I think I'm getting a computer next week. Seriously. For Christmas, I'm going to pay half, and my folks will pay the other half. So, now, I should wait till after December 10th. Because if I do that, it's for tubes, to make things work. But we haven't been kicked off. All right, here we go. I'm getting this. We haven't been kicked off. Really, it's been good, right? We've been lucky. Oh my God, you won't believe what I just did. See the top here? Well, I have the bottom in between my legs, and I went like this and nutted myself. Yep, I just grazed it. Now I'm feeling the pain. You can't graze nuts. You know what I mean? I can get hit with a baseball, a hockey puck, but don't graze my nuts. That stuff hurts. I'm saying nuts, but I won't say shit. All right, here we go. Why am I wearing this? Unnecessary. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I almost ripped it. I am a loser. Sorry. We're stoned. Now, I don't know where... I thought that would be fun. Yeah, I thought that would be fun. That's poster number 1. Sorry, we're stoned. And don't give me that crap, you don't do it. Come on. I smoked for 21 years before I quit for 5. I didn't want to quit. I just had no connections. I thought pot was illegal. All right, this is a little smaller version. I don't know what this is, but this is a little one. I don't remember what I bought. I bought a lot of stuff, I have to admit. On eBay. eBay, it's fun. All right. And I got 4 packages that were shipped to wrong addresses, and you have no idea. I spent 2 hours this week total with the post office on the phone. Sorry, Mr. Giordano. Actually, his name was Alfonso. He was nice, but he goes, this is last Thursday. He goes, call me tomorrow. I'll have an answer. I call him tomorrow. He's off. Motherless. He knew what he was doing. Oh, this is different than what I thought. It doesn't look the same. It's just a little one. Like a psychedelic. So, I don't know where I'm going to put it. It'll probably go up there. I don't know. I got 3 different size posters. I like these. I like this alien. The one thing that I suck at, because I've never done it, is put a poster in a frame. If you buy a cheap one, like I did from Walmart, I'm going to have to go on YouTube and see how to put these in quicker, easier, and without having to use Scotch tape. And then ripping it. You can't see it because it's along the edge, and that's where the little frame end goes to. All right, those are the posters. And, I also got a we're going to put this up. I just threw some things in there. I had to take this down. Happy Halloweeny roast. This lights up. This is a mouse pad, lights up around the edges. But there we got everything. This is all part of what's coming. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna have a good time. This show is actually gonna be very interesting as it grows. You know what? All right. I always thought I watch all these other shows and they're great. Nothing wrong with them, right? But they're all the same. Nobody's doing anything. You know, I watch these other shows that are not politics or UFOs or the paranormal, and people are like doing stuff for their audience. And you know, I always thought it would be interesting if I could do something, and I know I'm giving back this way, but I feel like I want to do more. And look, I'm not monetizing the channel here, so I can talk the way I want to and not worry about being demonetized. I don't know if I'm going to do Patreon. I said I would have had it up by Saturday last week, and I just chose not to so far. Well, I'll do it when I'm ready, when I'm done with my videos. You have no idea how long this has taken. 6 months. I thought I would have been done in a month. I've had so many issues. It's just, things stop working. Things just stopped working, or it didn't render it properly, or I did all this and the sound effects or special things don't match up. It's always something. Did the lights just flicker? I thought the lights just flickered. All right, I'm going to get a drink out of my Donnie head. Poor Donald Trump, right? He's not going to get impeached. But, I mean, let's just vote. Look how weird this looks. Ain't nothing like drinking out of the top of the head of the president. Too bad this wasn't Kennedy. Oh! That wasn't nice. Who am I? A bullet will come right through that window? God, what a show that would be. And if that happens, I die a martyr. That's right, Richie. I got it right. Right. What are we talking about? Let's just talk. Let's go in reverse. There is no special way to do this show. So I'm gonna pull it up because YouTube changed some things this last week. They now force you to, whether you're monetized or not, to let the audience know, because they're saying it's the law, that you have to let your audience know if your show is made for children or is good for children. Not specifically made for children, but they use that type of term because it could be, you know, anybody could watch. And if you didn't either choose every time you loaded up a video and you said, okay, this video's for children, this one isn't, or you can do your whole channel at one time so it automatically says for every show, like I'm doing, this program is not for children. Not this show, not, it's the program. So that's where we're at with that. And if we didn't do this, YouTube would have denoted our channel by their algorithm, not by a human, by their algorithm. They didn't call it the algorithm. They call it something else. It's really weak, like their computer brain or something like that. You know what I mean? They don't say algorithm because, well, maybe it's not exactly an algorithm. We're also going to do the Magic 8 Ball tonight, and Libs, the abduction series, is still going on. So, now, I don't really need to pull up the article or anything. So, that's what's going on. Now, on December 12th, this is what's annoying. I pretty much already said it as I was setting up the show and getting everything ready. Well, you know, just during the intro portion. On December 10th, it is very possible that shows that do not show that they can make money, that are profitable. Now, let me back up and just preface this by saying YouTube is telling us we don't understand what's going on, because they're saying they're not going to take down shows like that. But it says it. We will remove your show. You will not have access. You will not have access to some of your Google accounts as well. So whatever's connected to the YouTube channel, if it's some Google app or Google something, they will block you from it. Which means you have to start a whole new account. Fine. You know, whatever. But, why I think my show will be removed, because I don't make any money. They do run ads. You know, I know they run the ads with my show, so that tells me they're making money off the show. It is ad friendly somewhere. I have the premium. I'm just going by what other people have told me. I'm going to check it out tomorrow to make sure. But I'm not monetized. Now, there's shows out there that have 20, 30,000 subscribers. And they've been around for years. And because they're not monetized, or that YouTube doesn't think their show can be profitable to YouTube, they will take it down. I don't think my show's going to make it. As entertaining as we like to believe, or I do, that the show brings some sort of something needed to the ufology world, paranormal world, you know, just a little bit of some serious with a lot more joking around. Well, lately it's been down the middle, maybe a little bit more than the other. But I'm afraid we're not going to make it. I'm afraid we are going to be gone. And if that happens, so be it. I will go back to Spreaker. We will not miss a day. All I have to do is just pay the money, the $20 a month, and we're back up. Just won't be able to see the show. But the good news is, if we do go back to Spreaker, I can play any clip I want. I can talk the way I want. I don't have to worry about, oh no, I said the F word, they're going to block me. Oh no, I played that song, they're going to block me. I can play anything. And nobody will say shit. But as the Giordano luck has had it, as cursed as I've been and my family has been all these years, as soon as I go back to Spreaker, Leah, did you hear Spreaker was bought out by Google and YouTube? And in 3 weeks, they're going to shut a lot of shows down. If that happens, then I'd be pissed. Then we'll have to go do Facebook. Now, I thought about doing Facebook Live, because I can still do the show like I do here on YouTube's. But I found out that it is not stable, and the show drops considerably. Don't know if that's true, but I will do a test run tomorrow. Which tomorrow it's Spaced Out Radio. No guest. Not yet. I may have a guest tomorrow. Just don't know. I'm trying to get a hold of that person. I was told they would be home today. So tomorrow they'll probably be home. I'll give that person a call. I don't have to wait. You know, come right on. It'll be a good show. But it'll be a good show regardless, Charlie. Because we're going to do whatever we want. Nobody can stop us. I think I want to talk about tomorrow the murders around Bob Lazar. That'll be part of the show. Murders. Yeah, you heard me. The murders around Bob Lazar. I've talked about it before when I did the show about Corbell's show, movie, whatever. It was a few months ago. Hold on, let me, I've got to grab something here, so I'm going to play a video. I had no videos planned for tonight because I wasn't going to do the show. And then as the day went on, I felt like I want to do it. Oh, okay, this is what I want to do too. My friend Alien Addict did an interview with Osvaldo. Remember he was on Spaced Out Radio? And the guy called in late and he was talking over me and all that. But it turned out to be a pretty good interview. Well, he just did his third or fourth with Alien Addict. They have like a thing once every other month. And he goes on there to Alien Addict. And I wanted to, and I have the approval of Alien Addict to play a couple of these clips. And the reason I want to play these clips, because I'm going to have Osvaldo come on this show. He's claiming, and I think it's most of his adult life, that he's got 30 years of ufology experience. When I interviewed him, I got the vibe that he's like a post-disclosure world, a TTSA gullible. I believe he's one of those. I mean, I believed it before. But I want you to listen to the things he says and think, is he delusional? Are we living on two different worlds? Here it is. I'm not going to play it right now. And I like the guy. I think he's a hell of a guy. We'll play that in a little bit. Thank you, Alien Addict, for the use. I think I just lost my... Hold on. I don't even know what I was doing. What was that? Oh, I was getting a video? All right, I'll play this while I do my other thing. What is in my mouth? Easy, easy.
Folks, and welcome to Alien Addicts. We have Osvaldo Franco in the house. It's always a pleasure, Oz. How are you on this fine, luxurious evening?
Great, brother. Great. How are you, man?
What happened to the picture? Come on. Open up.
Yeah, it's around 8:50 in the morning.
Move.
Man, that's very early. Very early to do an interview. So, what have we got tonight? I'll say tonight because it's always evening where I am.
Oh, they're trying to take us down.
Well, we're going to talk about this new deal that To the Stars Academy has with the Army and some of the details about it and some interesting facts that you might not have heard yet regarding that. It's very interesting details. And then we're going to segue into probably what's going to be one of the biggest controversies in ufology for 2020. And it's going to be it's deep, and it's going to be it's quite an issue. It's like the players involved in this are enormous, and it's all very odd.
I'm intrigued. You did give me a little bit of a sneak peek, but we'll start with TTSA because everybody's been asking me when we are going to do an interview and talk about TTSA and the Army and your thoughts. Now, I'm really interested because I know you've always supported TTSA. You know, you've done the Instagram posts and what have you, and I will leave your link to Instagram below. So, guys, make sure you follow Osvaldo Franco on Instagram. But yeah, what are your thoughts about it, Oz?
Well, I feel vindicated a bit. I think that this is just wonderful that this is going on. Tom DeLonge is a man of his word. He said from the very beginning that they had strategic partnerships.
A man of his word.
Certain peoples, and it looks like that's exact.
He said he believes he's a man of his word. Does anybody agree that Tom DeLonge is a man of his word? You want to know what a little tiny lie is? A lie, no matter how small or how big, right? What did he say about episode 6 of Unidentified? You are going to see a UFO shoot down a helicopter. Didn't see it. God, do I hate people like that. You don't need to lie, man. He could have said, you're going to see a picture of what people say they saw a UFO shoot this helicopter. I would have been thrilled. But the fact that he lied about it makes me think, and I believe that it didn't really happen. It's probably a fake. Oh, man, I just can't believe Oz just said, I've been vindicated. Tom DeLonge is telling the truth. All right. Shush. And I don't want Alien Addict to get mad at me. He said he doesn't get that way. He wouldn't be mad at me if I... And Osvaldo's coming on. I don't want him to get mad at me. But what am I supposed to do? This is why he's coming on my show, because we're gonna duke it out like guys do. You know, the locker room talk. Yeah, your penis is small too. Hey, whoa. Yeah, what do you think? You're Tom Deschlonge over there?
Exactly what's going on. And
stupid that was immature.
He came through again, and not only that, like TTSA now has access to the military's laboratories. This is phenomenal. This is like exactly what we needed. And
does anybody ever remember Tom DeLonge or Lou Elizondo ever saying that we are going to get with the Army because they have facilities we could use? Never heard of that. Not once. I don't have TV and topside cam. I only have topside cam. Why do you guys want this? You guys are always asking for the topside cam. It's so funny to me. I don't want to look at me either. Too bad. All right, I'll go small. All right, let's see what else. Some other stuff here. I got it written down.
This one in 2015.
So they told Tom DeLonge in 2014.
Oh, this is good. Listen to this.
There's some things they can discuss, some things they can't discuss. That is tied to that, and that's to be expected. But even within that, it's about as fair as we're going to get. And honestly, it's not surprising. A lot of their detractors are like, it's not real disclosure because it didn't happen the way we've determined that it would happen. And it's like, well, maybe.
Nobody's ever said that. Nobody's ever said that that's not disclosure because it didn't happen the way we want it to happen. I hate when people put words in people's mouths because that's not what happened. We want disclosure to happen any way possible. We don't care. And disclosure means full freaking disclosure. Aliens, UFOs, time travel, whatever. That's what disclosure means. Full freaking disclosure. There's no such thing as a little bit of disclosure. No. And it's like you can't love somebody a little bit. You either love them or you don't. You can't be a little dead. You're either dead or you're not. You can't have little disclosure. It's either you have it or you do not. We don't care if it happens on TV. We don't care if it happens in the UFOs land at all the major cities like Independence Day. We don't care if they land on the White House lawn. We don't care if there was a treaty and now that the treaty's done, all the leaders are going to meet at the United Nations and talk about it on court TV or something. We don't care. We just want full disclosure, and it's not going to happen. Sorry, Oz. The gullible Oz. UFO Jesus and Oz. They should be the team.
Somebody has a different plan than you that you're not privy to.
So who do you think approached who first?
Well, the rumor is that Tom DeLonge was invited to a barbecue at a defense contractor. And basically that's how this whole began.
That sounds legit.
It started. It might have been kind of mutual. Tom did approach these guys and then they started talking. But Tom also says that the To the Stars Academy was their idea.
Well, it was the military's idea.
Yes.
That he did, that he started this.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. I mean, I know he met that general that he won't speak his name that said they had an entity.
No, it's
a life form.
Neil McClaslin is his name. It was leaked through WikiLeaks.
Right. Okay.
He was the guy who basically ran Watertown or Area 51.
Because he told Tom DeLonge that they found a life form.
Yeah.
When?
That's the guy.
Do you know that?
I'd say around maybe 2014, 2015, in and around, and then that's
when they told Tom, or that's when they found the life form.
More or less, and the timeline. And
somebody doesn't know the answer. It's okay. Just say I don't know, Osvaldo. Just because you say you're a ufologist doesn't mean you can't say I don't know. So instead he stutters and then he says, well, as far as I know, or from what I heard, or what they said, or the rumor is, just say you don't freaking know. You don't have to sound smart for us. We know that it ain't gonna happen. It's okay.
And then To the Stars Academy was formed in 2015.
So they told Tom DeLonge in 2014.
Yeah, in and around.
Yeah.
While they're getting him.
Well, 2014 could be 2012, 2015. I mean, it could be any time. To be 2 to 3 years off, geez, what research are you doing? Come on, man. It was 2014.
Before they offered this opportunity in full.
So what's the general's name again?
Neil.
Neil McClaslin.
So did Neil tell
It's McCaslin,
Tom
not McClaslin.
when they found the life form?
There's the Cold War.
Yes, that rings a bell now. Yeah.
So it's like anywhere between 1945 and 1989.
Okay.
44 years.
Leaning more towards closer to 45.
45 years. Oh, well, they don't know. I don't know. When do you think the UFO flew over Phoenix? Oh, I don't know. It could have been January 1997 or yesterday. I don't know, man. I'm just going by what they told me. So, supposedly, if you don't know, General McCaslin told Tom DeLonge he had this alien and that Tom DeLonge needed to get To the Stars Academy up and running and quick. Let's go back a few seconds.
When they found the life form?
There's the Cold War.
Yes, that rings a bell now. Yeah.
So it's like anywhere between 1945 and 1989.
Okay.
It's so funny to me. Found a lifetime anywhere between 1900 and 2000.
So there's been an agenda all along. This is what you're saying now, and this is formed TTSA.
Yeah, but I don't really have I don't have a real problem with it because it seems like this is a legitimate effort to get these things out. They're also accepting shareholders and things like that. These things, this would make this endlessly more complicated. And when there have been UFO scams. In fact, we will discuss one later. That's current apparently. We'll discuss that later. There's a lot of differences between these organizations, but yeah.
So what would you say to these conspiracy theorists that say this is all part of a false flag alien invasion?
I don't think it's that dramatic. I really don't. Will there be spin on it? Yeah, there's already spin. Tom DeLonge says that they're a threat. And in the military sense, yes, they are. They come in and out of our airspace with impunity. They don't ask for permission to do stuff. They pretty much do what they want as they want to. They go in and out of our facilities, our military facilities, to do things.
They go in and out of the facilities to do things, such as What do? Things. Where? In and out of the facility. I don't freaking know. I just parrot everything else I've read and heard. Oh.
I've done this for decades, if not generations. In a military sense, that is a danger. At the same time, though, it's not the same thing as they're, attacking, people, or at least to our knowledge. Though there are some stories that indicate that that is indeed the case, and in a limited amount, like these weird cases, like in Brazil back in the 70s and so on. But I don't know. I'm sorry. I think if we were going to be invaded, we would have been overrun. I don't see the point of.
How do you know? How do you know? How do you know? Seriously, you know why I'm playing this? It's not because of Osvaldo. It's because he speaks like UFO Jesus and the Twitter gang. This is it. This is it. This is the narrative that they believe. They don't have any evidence. Just like the Trump impeachment. It's all hearsay and third parties. Honest to God, it really is. It's paralleling the impeachment of Trump. It sounds like it. Like at TTSA, they're going to go in with these medals. We know they got them, right? We know that they look interesting from just the eyeball, right? But you know that it's going to be nothing at the end of the day. Either it's nothing or it's something, and they're going to tell us it's nothing. You and I will never know the truth. He can't know the truth. I do not know the truth. So what I do is I tell you what they're not going to do, which is almost like saying I know what they're going to do because I've seen it before. I'm seeing it again. And To the Stars Academy can't be trusted. Now, a lot of people talk about, well, Bob Lazar, this and that, and then Lou Elizondo, he didn't run ATIP. But yet on that TV show, Unidentified, they say, I just watched it today, episode 5, with the Rendlesham Forest, that he did work there because they announce it in front of every show when they're doing the narrative on Unidentified. Lou Elizondo, who ran ATIP in the late 90s, early 2000s, left ATIP because of differences. He didn't see things their way. He just got up and left. Then we find out he didn't run ATIP. He may not have even been a part of it. Say what? I believe he was part of it. I just believe he was a gopher. Go for this. Go for that. Go pick up this. Go get the piece of metal. Go meet with Chase Klotsky. Since you're a professional liar. By the way, Chase Klitschko. She's like the Klitschko brothers. She's the new enemy of the show and Spaced Out Radio. Because she said shows like GUFON and Spaced Out Radio are fake news, meaningless talk. It's meaningless because we tell the truth. You know? Hey, topside. That's why. That's why. That's what they do. That's what people do. Anyway, that's why I'm playing this. I'm not playing it so we could watch Alien Addict and Osvaldo. I'm watching it because I want to watch Alien Addict talk to Osvaldo because he's almost representing the way they all talk, the gullibles, as I like to call them, the whatevers.
Waiting till we develop technologies like we are.
You understand
and then attacking us afterwards. It's a pretty bad strategy.
Yeah, you'd have to be a pretty shit chess player.
Confident in your ability or an idiot, yeah.
Unless they're just holding back. But I find this extremely interesting. And the main bit that sticks out for me is their interest means that they have something. There must be.
Yes.
They have something that has piqued that military interest.
Oh yeah, if you, it's not even just that. The military has released statements from scientists that work in these laboratories, and they're talking about how excited they are to work on these materials and about all of these things that are going to be coming out of it. And the thing is, they literally say in the documentation of this that it's all the same stuff. It's space-time metric engineering, it's beam propulsion, and it's odd because those two things don't necessarily have immediate implications for ground vehicles, and that's the other thing. This is for development for technologies and ground vehicles. And
all right, let's move forward. I realize we're taking too much time.
The holdback, is it religion? Do they?
It could be. It could very well be.
Here we go. Carefully
thought out at many levels, and they got to get clearance for everything. So they're definitely this is a process, and they're gingerly doing this. They're dotting their I's, they're crossing their T's, but eventually this gets done.
You see, that's the frustration for me, is if they are I don't think they are drip feeding us it because we can't handle it. There's another reason why we're being drip fed.
Well, I think they don't want to
what can't we handle?
The apple cart too fast, and then there's also there might even belongs as there's some revelations that are going to be a thing for some people.
What's the holdback? Is it religion? Do they?
It could be. It could very well be. That could be
It could be. It might be. It can be. I don't know. I'm trying to look for a part that I want to end it here. I don't want to play this much. I've got more to talk about. I think this is where I need to be.
All of a sudden, because the actual military did turn around and say that they had a flying saucer.
Yeah, we know.
And maybe when they realised it was a German guy inside a craft, they soon turned around and said, no, we don't have what, it's a weather balloon. The Nazis have not made it over here.
Well, no, and it's also all right, so Stalin had that. Well, why didn't he, arm him with a nuke?
Yeah.
Why didn't he take us down? He was being nice? He decided he had enough.
We'll be talking about one thing, and then all of a sudden we're talking about Area 51. It's delicious. So you definitely think that there is... It's not sitting well with... This is not sitting well with you. This that's going to happen next year, this case.
Yeah, February. This is going to be very interesting, though. They're going to be under oath. And there's, a lot more people involved in it than just that. And the thing is, when there are cases like this, weird stuff comes out. Weird thing... Maybe.
Yeah. If Bob Lazar has that bit of element 115, I'm sure Tom DeLonge will have asked him the question, Bob, where's the element 115? And can we have it?
Well, who knows? Who knows what's going on behind the scenes with this?
I didn't realize it, but I'm going to say it. Osvaldo doesn't know shit. Every single time, look, you can see he's grinning. He knows it. Every time you ask him a question over here, he goes, well, I don't know. Well, I heard of. Well, I'm not too sure. Listen, again, he does it. He doesn't know anything, and he's calling himself a UFOlogist.
That I have is...
You have to say you don't know, but...
With the company that's doing the screens for TTSA's cockpit,
probably.
Yeah. If Bob Lazar has that bit of element 115, I'm sure Tom DeLonge will have asked him the question, Bob, where's the element 115? And can we have it?
Well, who knows?
Exactly. You guys can watch the rest of that at Alien Addict. I think we took a lot of time there. I didn't mean it. Sorry. But I thought it was interesting nonetheless. All right. So what else we talking about? Okay, ufology. Let's get into it like we have been every single day. Easy. Easy. Get down. That's Chase. I know you don't like her. Oh, now you're bringing the look. You woke up the little dog. Stop it. I can't control everybody. You woke up the big dog. Chase, you always wake up the dogs in the neighborhood. You pig. What the hell's going on? What happened? Where's my guy? So I think ufology is like the World Wrestling Federation. 100%. Because it's entertainment. I don't find any truth in what anybody says anymore. I don't trust anybody anymore. Everybody's waiting for To the Stars Academy to do what? I don't know. I don't know. Because to me, I don't see them doing anything that is changing ufology. I see it as entertainment. I do. I really do. I used to take this subject, and I still do, but now I look at it differently. I used to take it so damn seriously, like, I know, hard to believe, right? But I do. Deep down, I really do. My intentions are pure. I have nothing but the best intentions to bring a lot of validity to ufology. It's just that I joke around. I cut people down. I'm tired of people getting away with just sliding by with the fake shit. Oh, it's okay. Linda Moulton Howe's been around for 30 years. It's okay if all those documents from Spartan 1 and Spartan 2 and those stories are all fake. I'm not saying they are because I don't know. You won't know. I won't know. Who are Spartan 1 and 2? We'll never know. Doesn't that make you want to say, well, who wrote this thing? Who wrote this story? It's a story. Well, apparently, I think her show was on yesterday, right? She was on the Black Vault talking, getting angry, pounding the table, knocking her mic off the stand. She was losing her shit. John Greenwald did a good job with the questions, I thought. Asked her a bunch of stuff. And he asked her, so about the medals, did you sell them to the stars? Well, she says, it's a simple thing, John. Then she goes off on a tangent, hoping you'll forget. And meanwhile, she takes a breath and John goes, did you sell it? Well, I may have lent it to them. It's on loan. I could have. Something like that. What do they call this? Just CBD or THC? I'll let you know. Fruity. Yeah. So ufology, if you want to, just talk about the old school for a minute, Tom DeLonge is new school. So let's not even, I'm talking Richard Dolan, I almost said Stan Romanek, Stanton Friedman, Linda Moulton Howe, of course, Dr. Greer, Kirk Cameron, And the list goes on. Stephen Bassett, John Lear, if you want to throw him into it. All of these people, every one of them that I mentioned, has made some money somehow, some way. Wrote a book, couple documentaries, TV shows, etc. I don't really mind it because, well, except for Greer and now Linda Moulton Howe, but I have a feeling Linda Moulton Howe has been doing behind the door, in shady acres, these behind door handshakes with people that we wouldn't want her to. Positive of it. Now that she's getting older, she's, in my eyes, seemingly just saying, I don't give a shnikey about what anybody thinks. She never has anyway, but you know what I mean? Now it just seems like she doesn't care. Like, really doesn't care. I'm going to sell this. I'm going to sell that. I'm going to write a book without anybody seeing who Spartan 1 and Spartan 2 are. Not knowing anything about them. That bothers me. And you got David Wilcock, Corey Good. I actually gave Corey Good an awful tweet today. Not awful, but great. Something to the effect that, why don't you go away with your stupid-ass story, piece of shit. Something like that. Because he is. And so is David Wilcock. These guys, either they're disinfo, like Richard Doty's disinformation. You can't trust anything that guy says. And supposedly he's saying stuff that there's an alien race that came out of nowhere. We made an agreement with 4 alien species. What was it? Eisenhower, who was it in the 50s? You know, the treaty ends next year. Supposedly, he knows these things. And there's one alien group that came in, like after they signed the treaty, and is creating a bunch of havoc. And the other 4 are trying to keep this one alien race from destroying us. Right? This is the story. And this is why I can't believe it. It's so stupid. It's like comic book stupid. But they're worried that these Tic Tac UFOs, and the reason Tom DeLonge is actually going around to the other ufologist countries, the big heads of those countries in ufology, and saying, look, we don't want you to accidentally start World War III thinking that these UFOs are us or one of these other countries. We have a feeling something might happen. And what might happen, according to Doty, is that 5th alien race that came out afterwards, after they signed the Treaty of Peace with the aliens, they can take the bodies and abduct them and do what they want. We get some alien technology. Yeah, right. They're giving us what compares to pencils and paper, compared to what they get is to abduct us and do whatever they want to people. No, that's not a fair trade to me. A fair trade would be anti-gravity, time travel. That stuff would be a fair trade. But I don't think that stuff exists. Time travel. Anti-gravity, yes. But nonetheless, the treaty ends next year. And Space Force now popped up out of nowhere. Right? Not out of nowhere, but in the last couple of years. It was quiet for 30 years. All of a sudden, Trump says, you know what? We're going to put up a Space Force. We're going to do it under the guise of the Air Force, and we're going to call it Space Force. It's the 6th branch of the epididepididoo. Weird, right? Because at the beginning of this year, in the first 10 days, there was at least 30 satellites that were sent up by SpaceX. And for what? We don't know, because we're not allowed to go up there with cameras because it's a private company. It's not NASA. It's not government funded. So we don't have access to see what's going up in space. So they keep everything in a blackout. We don't know. Why'd they send up all those satellites? Well, they're testing out the grid that goes around the Earth. Like Men in Black? Yeah, something like that. Maybe that's true. Because 14 years ago, I saw that grid being set up on the sky all over. God, that was amazing. Anyway, so we got all this stuff happening. And we're worried about a little old To the Stars Academy. Who gives a shit? You know what they are, don't you? Don't you? Haven't you figured it out? Because I know, because it's in my blood. It's a storefront. It's the mafia. That's what it is, mafioso. They're putting, look, they're having steaks and burgers and fries going in this door, and in the back they got fur coats and cigarettes. Come on, good fellas, pay attention. All right?
Yeah, you treat me like a mutt? You come over here like you're hunched over?
Well, it's 7 G's, 7 G's.
I'm a clown. I'm here to amuse you.
I can never get that voice, ever! But it bothers me, To the Stars Academy, because they act like they're doing something for us. And it's nothing. Don't you see? What they're doing is insignificant. I don't see why you can't see this. So what if those metals come back as a positive alien technology? Tell me something I don't know that exists. And do you really think the actual secret society, government, whatever it is that really runs the world, is going to let a real piece of alien UFO evidence out on the internet for all of us to see, in the hands of people that you would never want to touch your own dog? Come on, man. Think about it. Think about it. It's not what you think. It's a joke. It's a storefront. It is UFO mafia. I'm telling you, it is. To the Stars Academy is a front to bring in extra money, no matter how small or how big. That money is getting redirected to wherever they want it to go. Now, the funny thing is, they got billionaires involved. Bigelow's a billionaire. How are you going to go through $1 billion? You're not. You've got a lot of billions of dollars. You can afford To the Stars Academy, a lot of the army, the weaponry, the things to at least analyze them. You can afford all that stuff. So buy a lab for To the Stars Academy. I don't know why that can't be done. Let's say it's $1 million for the lab. $1 million is nothing when you have $1 billion, several billions. It doesn't make sense. But you know what? It does if you want to say it this way. Well, To the Stars Academy doesn't want to have to ask Bigelow or to have Bigelow pay any money out when they can get it for free. All right, that makes sense to me. So I'm probably wrong on that. But it's a front. Don't kid yourself, people. To the Stars Academy just said 2-3 weeks ago, we are not a UFO research team or group, whatever. Let me make it clear. We don't give a shit about UFOs, you hear me? No? Then why'd you come out with Unidentified 6 episodes? Why that? Why change UFO to UAP? What do you care if you're not researching UFOs? Do you see what I mean? Now they're telling us they don't research UFOs. Of course they do. This is entertainment at its finest. This is a joke. It's a facade. It's a psyop bullshit narrative that really has no directive, isn't going anywhere. To the Stars Academy will be defunct, just like ATIP, just like OSAP, just like Project Blue Book, just like Majestic 12, just like all of them. It'll be gone in 5 to 7 years. And we're all going to look back and say, anybody see UFO Jesus? I'll still be here. You'll still be here. We'll still be doing what's right. This is what bugs me about ufology since day one. Day one. My first encounter with seeing the truth was with MUFON. And they were looking at a triangle I caught on June 30th, 2004 for 3 minutes. And it flew right over my house. It was 2:55 a.m. I thought I captured 2 of these objects. I have the video. I played it before. It goes over my house, comes from the south, turns east, heads 5 miles to North Scottsdale, parks over the McDowell Mountains, which are about 1,500 feet tall, and clouds wound up obstructing it as I watched it just sitting there and got it on video for almost 4 minutes. So they're interested in the video, but they're more interested in this other video. And I look at the video and I see Jeff Willis. And it was Jeff Willis's, who's a Phoenix Skywatcher, nice guy, he's been on the show several times. They only wanted one story to be on their website. They were doing not a spotlight, I guess, is what they call it. A spotlight story from Phoenix, Arizona. And they chose Jeff's video. And it looks like a disc that's sideways. And if you turn it like this, it's got the dome and everything, but it's a heart-shaped balloon. And there's a string on it. And I've outlined the string. I took pieces of the video, sent it to Schuessler, who was the MUFON director at the time, and said, please do not use this video. Here's the string. This is a heart-shaped balloon. I have audio to prove it. He writes back, says, I appreciate your concern. We've had our experts looked into it, did not see a string. We're going to go with Mr. Willis's UFO video. Best of luck. Okay, I wrote back. I said, are you kidding me? Who saw this video and analyzed it and said there's no string on the bottom? Can you at least tell me who? Yes, Jim Delatoso. Oh my God. That guy is part of it. He's part of like the Gaia, that kind of, he doesn't want to ever cause any problems in the UFO community. But him and Jeff were friends. They knew each other. Jeff used to give him videos to analyze. Jim would give him back to him, say, great job, looks like a UFO to me. And they finally had their shot in the spotlight with MUFON. And because of Jim Delatoso lying about not seeing the string, Jeff's video was spotlighted. Mine wasn't. All because of a handshake and a wink and a smile from Delatoso on what was a balloon. I have the clip. I mean, it would take me a minute, but I'm sure I can find it. I'm pulling it up as we speak. Just give me a few minutes, during the show. I'll keep talking. So I sent this video over to Brian Vike of HBCC UFO, was one of the biggest websites at the time in 2004. And I told him what happened with Schuessler and how they denied me and went with Jeff. And I've been sending Brian Vike. I've been sending him videos now for a couple of weeks, and he's been praising me. And of course, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm seeing things I've never seen before. I don't know anything. So I assumed he knew what he was doing and was saying, what a UFO. This is great, Richard. Never ask me, do you think it's a plane? Never ask me, do you think it's a star? Never ask me, is it a planet? Never ask me anything. And, he said, okay, what we're going to do, we're going to get you on the Jeff Rentz show. And we're going to get you some notoriety today. Today? Yeah. He hits about 1 million people per show. Okay. I'll go on it. Sure. You want me Oh, just follow the flow, Richard, eh? He'll tell you what to do. You're good. You can do it. Now, I didn't have the radio show at the time. That didn't come up till months later. Or a year later, actually. But supposedly Jeff Rentz got a hold of this video of mine and thought it was great. And it is great. It is great. But he never talked to me, never had anybody else analyze it. Nothing. Nobody analyzed this video. I could have put up a fake and they would have said, great job. Why? Because I sounded like I knew what I was talking about and I didn't. I just told them what I saw. I was truthful. But nobody ever came to my place to look at any of my videos. Nobody ever wanted me to send them the original. Nobody asked for anything all that time. And then I met Jaime Maussan. And Jaime Maussan came to Phoenix, Arizona in 2005, September, I believe it was, and it was called the Mexican UFO Report with Jaime Maussan. It was at the ASU Glendale Community College. Jaime was charging $30 a seat, 3 shows at 100 or 300 people per show. 3 shows for an hour each. That's a lot of money. I don't know. I figured after he paid everybody off, he made about 20 grand or something like that for himself. He had his nephews running the videos. Well, anyway, me, Jeff Willis, this guy Mike DeSilvestro, Jeff Woolwine, and a couple other people all met Jaime at the Glendale ASU campus. And he had one of the classes back there, the big stage in the auditorium, whatever it was. And, do you got the video, Mike? Mike, you got the video? Mike is the guy who gave Jaime Maussan, the night before, the hefty bag floating in a dust devil. And Jaime thought it was one of the best UFOs, if not the best, his words, that he's ever seen. And I got to tell you something. When Mike first showed me that video of the bag, the plastic bag, because it looks like a bunch of diamonds in the sky, but it's just a hefty bag reflecting the sun. And Jaime Maussan took it, featured it, got a standing ovation. His hefty bag got a standing ovation. Do you hear what I'm saying? I said, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. I was so excited. I couldn't believe what was happening. Me and Mike, it was Mike's idea, but, we were together, so he's like, this is unbelievable. Jaime Maussan thinks that's a UFO. I said, well, don't tell him. Can't I go, I'm not going to tell him. Well, there was a guy listening who was up there with us named Rob Krakowski, who actually faked a MUFON video and got UFO Video of the Year in 2006 for Cars on the Mountain. I've talked about it on my show. There was a dust storm and 2 cars were trying to pass each other, and all you see is brake lights in a big dust storm. He colorized it and saturated it and made it look like it was a UFO floating in the sky. It was hilarious. Fucking hilarious. He overhears the conversation. He tells Jaime on us, hey, just so you know, that video that Mike DeSilvestro gave you, yeah, it's a hefty bag. No, it's not a hefty. I could see Jaime shaking his head. No. But he didn't take it out of the thing. So I asked Rob, I go, Rob, did you just tell on Mike? Tell Jaime? He goes, yeah, I had to. I said, what'd Jaime say? He didn't believe me. Good. Oh my God. Well, when that video was played online after he edited it, he didn't keep it in there. He took it out. So Jaime understood. But he listened to a guy who faked a video. Everybody's faking it. Everybody is faking it. And I'm really mad. I'm mad now telling you that story. It just makes me so mad. The irony, the hypocrisy, the lies, the deceit, and for what? To have something on video that people will like me for. Yay, loser! That's what you were in high school. That's what you were when you became a young adult. And that's what you are now, a loser. You can never change a leopard's spots. Let me tell you that. So I find ufology funny. In a bad way. It's a joke. Everybody's lying. It's a joke. Mark D'Antonio. I think he still works with MUFON, but he used to be higher up in MUFON, I think. He's a friend on Facebook. And there's a show out there called, I don't know, but they did a segment where they debunked Jaime Maussan's 3 top UFO researchers of the day. It was on Discovery Channel. Just look it up. Put in both their names. I'm sure it'll pop up. Mark D'Antonio, Jaime Maussan. Matter of fact, I can't play it. I can't. I wonder with the new algorithm thing if I'll be able to play some of that stuff. Since I'm not monetized and children aren't going to be watching. Well, Mark D'Antonio goes down there, totally debunks Jaime Maussan on every level. Everything. But Jaime's got guys that he's paying off. Jaime's a little video expert because the date stamp on a picture on a digital camera didn't match up with the UFO's date. It's like the kid took a picture of the UFO in sequence, 5 pictures, 1101, 1101, 1102, 1103, 330, 331. Where'd those 4 hours go? Yet the picture is supposedly in sequence. So Mark D'Antonio says, of course it's a fake. The kid didn't change the time. What happened was the kid went outside 4 hours later and took more pictures. Maybe he wanted 3 or 4 more, but didn't realize or remember to change the time. Jaime's guy says, well, let me tell you something. These UFOs can play with your mind. And they can mess around with your digital artifacts, your equipment. So they could make me delusional, or they can change the time, or yes, exactly. They can manipulate the camera, the components in the camera. Okay, I now heard it all. Jaime had a guy who kept sending him these unusual looking, colorful spheres. Well, Mark D'Antonio set up a day with Jaime's guy to go to the rooftop of a building and search for UFOs, because that's where the kid said he sees UFOs all the time. And Mark D'Antonio goes, and you give these directly to Jaime Maussan? Yeah. And Jaime approves these as UFOs? Yeah. Meanwhile, Mark D'Antonio doesn't tell this kid that Mark's buddy's going down the block about a mile and is going to release 20 balloons. The balloons get released. Mark D'Antonio plays the part, and he goes, is that something up there? And the kid turns around with his camera. That's a UFO. They're back. I can't believe it. The UFO showed up for us today. They bring it over to Jaime. Jaime goes, yeah, this is an entity that he sees all the time. Mark D'Antonio goes, it's bullshit. It's freaking balloons. No, what do you mean? How do you know these balloons? Because Jerry released them. We tested you and your guy to see if he was faking Jaime. We got to do this. We got to validate stuff. Great claims require great attention. Great whatever. And your guy said this is exactly the UFOs he's been seeing. I give it to you. You say it's exactly the UFOs he's been seeing. I tell you it's a balloon, and you say no? I did it! Nah, it's real. That to me is unbelievable. You gotta watch it. Jaime just wouldn't say, oh, so you tested me, huh? Mark D'Antonio goes, yeah, we tested you, and you failed. Okay. Have a nice trip home. Thanks for coming to Mexico. I'll see you soon. Never heard from Mark D'Antonio again. No, just kidding. But Jerry's missing. This is ufology we live in. Jaime Maussan is doing the dirty deed. Got a for him, it's not about money. It's about a reputation. See, people get addicted to the attention because you don't get too much that it's invoking your rights. What? Invoking? What are you talking about? That's what you do when you get arrested. It's not invading, I meant to say. It's not invading people's space. You get just enough publicity that people can forget about you in 2 days. You're not Tom Cruise. Then they're not going to want to see you. You're not Beyonce. No. That's why they keep needing it. They keep needing more and more. And that's why Jaime's little hoaxes with his little Peru babies, the three-fingered, three-toed aliens with the big heads, that's why those are fake. He brought it to another level. He's addicted. I know. That's the problem with people that are gullible. They don't have critical thinking for some reason. Now, Jaime's a smart guy, but for him, it was truly about narcissism with him. That's what I think it is with Dr. Greer. I think those two guys are extremely narcissistic. That means they love themselves, can't get enough of themselves, everything's about them. That's the same thing with Dr. Lynn Kitai. She started out, staying in the shadows for 7 years, and all of a sudden she comes out with a book first, then the documentary, and then some years later she's talking to aliens. Why didn't you come out hot with the alien talk first? Because you didn't know what the hell you were talking about. That's why. You didn't know how to lie yet. Well, now you know. Same thing with Governor Fife Symington, the ex-governor of Fife Symington of Phoenix, Arizona. He said that the Phoenix Lights was our imagination. Went up on during an interview with one of his workers there, put an alien costume on him, brought him out in handcuffs, and said, you guys are taking this Phoenix Lights thing too seriously. Takes off the alien head. They had a great laugh. Well, it made all the people who saw the Phoenix Lights at 8:30, made us pissed. Well, not me. I didn't see it. But it made them all pissed off. Well, some years later, he's not governor anymore. Right? And he was so down on, making believe the sighting didn't happen and having to lie to everybody. It made him look bad. And people hated him for it. So what does he do? The narcissistic prick that he is. He tells everybody he ran outside, drove to where the Phoenix Lights were coming after they've already passed over the state. His story's such a lie, but he wanted to say that he saw the Phoenix Lights. So he understands what people were going through and why he understands why they were mad at him. He was mad at himself. Please forgive me. He didn't see the Phoenix Lights. That's like somebody calling you up and saying, a plane is about to crash on the runway. Get in your car and get down here. I'm 20 minutes away. Don't worry about it. It's the same thing. He lied because he had to have that spotlight on him again. Don't you see the pattern? This is a pattern with all of these people. They have to be in the spotlight. Third phase of Moon. We'll talk about it because it's fresh. And I'm not sorry I'm saying this, but they've put out these videos because I think they may have felt they needed to. I don't know. and said that these are possibly real. We don't know. But here they are putting out stuff that they got in trouble for years ago. You know why? Because they're not getting the subscribers like they used to. The spotlight's not as big and or growing like it should be. They need to see the ticker move up. They need to see it go up, up, up every day. I need more than 100 subscribers a day. I need 1,000 a day. Every video I want 1,000 subscribers. If we don't get it, hell, we'll just put another one out that's more grandiose and more made of bullshit. That's ufology. It's a joke. 2 to Stars Academy, same thing.
Well, it's the government. Don't you ever talk about Lou Alleganzo.
Yeah, on Twitter, people are, calling me names and, saying that I'm an idiot, that I'm mean. Oh, that I'm mean. You shouldn't talk the way you talk about Elizondo. It's not Eleganzo. It's Elizondo. Show respect. He was in ATIP. He fought for this country. He put his life on the lines. Not for me. Because he had to save his freaking life. I don't trust Lou Alleganzo. I don't trust Tom Deschlonge. They are who they eat. Bullshit. They are bullshit. And somebody's telling him to say all this bullshit. It's okay. It'll all be over in half a decade. You just got to wait it out. This shit always builds up, and then nothing happens. And then you'll see guys like UFO Jesus going, I don't know what happened. I don't know. 1 minute we're going down a wall. We're running down this hallway. There's a wall and a ceiling, and I'm turning. There's a UFO down this way. Oh, my kimono. My beard, it's got this cowlick. Hi. Hello, everybody. I'm UFO Jesus. Disclosure didn't happen, so I grew my beard extra long. I can't control my left hand anymore because once disclosure didn't happen, I fucking lost it. I just don't care. Jesus, every now and then I lose my mind. That guy will be up a freaking flagpole with his ass crack showing, and it'll be me who put him up there. Idiots believing disclosure is going to happen in 6 years. 5.5 now. If it's a false flag alien invasion, does that count as disclosure? No. It's false flag. It isn't real. But they made it look so real. So did the videos Third Phase of Moon posted. Yeah, well, maybe those are real too. Oh, shut off. Nothing has happened. What have we gotten as far as tech? What's the most amazing thing we got from all this dealing we did with the aliens all these years? We signed the treaty. Where's the technology? A smartphone? Yay. Yes, it is an amazing accomplishment, but that was going to happen anyway. We need to get rid of gas and oil. That would be a phenomenal thing, and that could have happened, and it was anyway. I don't see that any alien technology is being used. I don't see how it's in our lives. I don't see it. I think laser beams are cool as hell. That is about the only thing. Lasers on the disc. That, how it reads music and all. I don't know how it works, but that to me is like alien technology. That may be the only thing. Cloaking devices, yeah, those are real. They had those coming anyway years ago. Remember, Rich, Roswell happened in 42. 47. 7. Had plenty of time. Plenty of time. You heard Osvaldo say, I don't know, they've had this alien entity, 45 years or yesterday. I don't know. Nobody knows because it's all. It's like Trump getting impeached. It's all hearsay. It's the telephone. You start the telephone. Yeah, Jack and Jill went up a hill to each with $1.25. Jill came down with $2.50. Tell your friends. Jack and Jill went up the hill. They each had $1.50. Jill came down with $2.30. Tell somebody else. Jill went up the hill with $2.80 and came down with a guy named Jack. That's how it's going. That's what happens with To the Stars Academy. It's a front of confusion. It's a front to bring stuff in this door and go out another door. Not the same one you came in. No. Doing a lot of stuff, guys. You got to do your own research. That's all I can tell you. If you can't live the life, and get out there and do what I did, it's okay. I'll tell you the truth. And you already know it. It's a joke. The whole ufology is fun. I admit it. It's entertainment. But I know damn well disclosure is never going to happen. Ever. It won't happen as far as our lives. And after. And now, let me get a drink. I got UFO Jesus. As Valdo said it too. It's almost as if he's listening to UFO Jesus. The narrative may not be what you want it to be, Jesus says. But when disclosure does happen, it won't happen the way you expected it to. And that's okay. I don't understand what he's saying. And then I go back and I say, well, here's what I know. Disclosure isn't going to happen. And what did I say if disclosure does happen? I will eat a hat. So many things would have to happen that it can happen. If you woke up tomorrow and you turn on the TV, and on every station, including all the cable stations, all of them are turned off except for CNN, MSNBC, Fox, and everybody else that's that kind of channel. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been talking about this for the last 45 minutes. There seems to be life from outside our solar system, our world as we know it. And there is now proof of a species that has been in contact with us for the last 30 years. We just feel that now is the time. We had to hide it from you. But when you find out why we had to hide this from you, I think you will understand. These beings are not here to harm us. They would have done it already. But they feel with the process of our technology and the advancements we have made in AI that we are about to use a new internet with quantum, what is it? Quantum technology? Is that what they're calling it? I don't know. Whatever it is, that type of stuff. That's going to happen. And the reason we are doing this today, because once we start the new internet, everything will change. Everything. Everything you know, life as you know it will change. Your reality will no longer cease to exist. We don't want you to be scared. But you will see this. When you are driving down the road, you will see another freeway above you. This is their freeway. You will now have access to it. It is all integrated into the sky. You will not be allowed to leave the planet, although we do have trips to the moon. $29.99.99 per person. Seriously, I don't know how it's going to happen, but religions would be I don't know. I can't imagine. Just imagine something you believe in has changed. I can't even imagine. I try to imagine it. Like, there's nothing in me that can make me imagine it. Like, okay, I guess this would be it. If I woke up tomorrow and instead of seeing the moon, I saw Saturn as close as the moon with the rings, and it's huge. Or I wake up tomorrow and I'm on a totally different planet. That to me would be what disclosure would be like if it happened. A whole new world would open up. One you and I can't imagine. Anyway. It's an amazing time we're living in. And I'm glad that we are able to be a part of it somehow. And it's sad. I know. I feel sad for me because I really don't believe disclosure is going to happen. And I want it to. Now, I used to be like these guys. I used to believe it. Not as hard, but I used to be like, wow, all this stuff. Now, I think this is the 5-year curve that everybody needs. For me, it took a year. But I think for people who don't do sky watching, who don't go do research out in public, go to other areas where there's UFO sightings in their state or somebody's home, for people who don't do that, it probably takes about 3 years. So we'll just say it's a 3-year rule. I think it takes 3 years. I forgot what I was going to say. All that talk, I forgot. Anyway, we've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, and we'll never get there, so don't even worry about anything. It's sad. Just think about all the things that would change. Everything would change. Making love would be different. Either you or the girl you're with would be thinking, I wonder what it would be like. Food. What kind of food do they eat? Music. Do they listen to music? Do they know what it is? I'm sure they know what it is. Are they Metallica fans? Ooh! I don't know why I do that. Do they watch TV? Do they wear glasses? Everything will be different. Why are their bodies that way? Why are their heads so big? Will our heads get that big in 100,000 years? Do they know time travel? Can we do it? And is it true you can't go through with metal? That's why you have to be covered with skin? The T-800, the exoskeleton, skin over skin. It does human tissue over exoskeleton. Something like that. Religion. Do they have a religion? Do they believe in a God? Are they God? Did they ever manipulate time? Did they ever manipulate me? Did they ever abduct me? Can they read my mind? And if they say they can't, can they? If they say they can, if they say they can't, are they? Is that how they're always going to be one step ahead of us because they can read our minds? I want to know these things. Can they get invisible? Can I now? A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but it's nice to bake. I just made that up. Anyway, that's the show for tonight. We're cutting out. I hope you guys had a good time. I know I did. We'll be back tomorrow on Spaced Out Radio. That's at 10 Pacific, 1 a.m. Eastern on Spaced Out Radio Saturday night. I'm Rich Giordano. Don't forget to like and subscribe the show if you had a little bit of a good time tonight. And don't forget to donate if you want. I need a bunch of stuff, but I'm not asking that way. I'm not Joe Roop. You go to gufon.org if you want to donate. If you want to join the website, go to gufon.net. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. Have a good weekend, everybody. Thanks for hanging. Oh my God, hold on. Don't go anywhere. Holy crap. I need glasses. Don't go anywhere. No. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. We were going to do the 8 ball. And we were going to do ad libs. All right. I blew it, didn't I? All right, I'll see you later. Want me to do it? You want to do the magic 8 ball? Huh? Come on, let's do the magic 8 ball then. All right, let me grab it. You guys ready for this? The magic 8 ball. It's always with us. Let me move that out of the way. I need... Oh, let me get the music up and running. We got to do the magic 8 ball. We'll just do this and then we'll get out of here. We'll do the ad-libs another show. All right, here we go. This is the psychic song, but it's right there. All right, everybody. We're going to do 3 questions. So I need somebody to come up with the question. I'll get this here. Yeah, I know. We'll be out of here before then. I need a question. No? No questions? I think there's like a 30-second delay. Ow! I got shocked. That was weird. Ow! Is ufology tainted by Gaia? From Frapsap. Alright, questions from the wrenches tonight. No, Frapsap already gave it. Is ufology tainted by Gaia? Ow! It's really shocking me. I don't understand why. It's weird. Alright, you ready? Coming up with the answer. Let's get the topside cam up. Here we go. My reply is no. That was the answer to the question, is ufology tainted by Gaia? You know why? Because it's already tainted. Next question. Next question. Ow! Damn it. Next question. What's so funny? 8 ball is called Wilson. It's the Wilson. Ow. Any questions? Ow. No questions? All right. Diddly 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 diddly. Will Linda Moulton Howe go down in a ball of flames? Without a doubt. Last question. Will Tyler Glockner reveal who died in his family recently? Last question. It's the last question. Will Tyler Glockner reveal who died in his family recently? I like Bill Baker's better. I'm gonna override yours, Renee. Is Spartan 1 telling the truth? Oh, is Spartan 1 telling the truth? I don't know. Here we go. Spartan 1 telling the truth. Here it comes. Oh wait, I moved it. It's stuck. Hold on. I got to do it over. Is Spartan 1 from Linda Moulton Howe's Antarctica story telling the truth? Spartan 1? Spartan 1? I have to look at myself like I hate that. All right, you ready? You may rely on it. You get it? Thank you, Jan. You may rely on it. You understand? Did you guys see what was happening? It hurts. I love you guys, man. You guys are like family. I mean, really? Seriously? I had a good time tonight. I didn't know if I was going to do a show, but I had a good time. You guys are awesome. It's you guys. So don't forget, tomorrow night, Spaced Out Radio, 1:06 a.m. Eastern, 10:06 p.m. Pacific. I'll be hosting Saturday night, like always, on Spaced Out Radio. I want you guys to just take care of each other, will you? Enjoy the weekend. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye. Thank you all, new people. not weed. Oh, I got enough weed to last me 2 years. Don't worry about it. We don't call it weed. We call it flower. No, we call it fun. Remember, you weren't here last night? Were you here last night? We now call weed fun. I'm going to go get a bag of fun. I'm going to go buy some fun. You want a quarter ounce of fun? What do you want? You want an ounce? I'll get you an ounce of fun. And then when you smoke it, after the first hit, it's called happy. Man, that's some good happy. Are you having fun? I just did. And I'm happy. Of course, no. This is just a liquid. I am going to get the actual fun. All right, we got to go. I'm sweating. It's hot. This is a good song. You don't hold in vape. It's not weed. And I can't hold my weed in that long. I will pass out. It is exceptional. It is fun. And I will be on the floor. One and done with my stuff. I make no waste of it. Where'd everybody go? Oh.